Hello everyone, Glenda Mollet here, and I'm in my craft room stamping with you today. And we are going to stamp this card using the Stitched Greenery die in the background and pierced blooms. I'm just going on to my to Facebook and making sure that I am live because I did this video already once today and it didn't go live. Oh, good, I am. Yay! Yeah, I got the whole thing done and then I went back to find out where it was, and there it was gone. Oh well, I'll do it again. So I had to prep another kit, but I'm going to show you how to do this card. Now in the background, I've used the Stitched Greenery die, and I'll show you that in a minute. But then I went on and used it on the envelope too. Isn't that cool? Now, you may like this and you may not because it does the whole thing. It doesn't just do the front of the envelope. I think it's so fun. Okay, so the flowers are made out of the new rose gold metallic specialty paper. So I'll tell you what the kit is, along with the envelope that I didn't get because, like I said, I had to do another kit. Have an envelope, and then we have a soft succulent card base that's 11 by 4 1/4 piece of basic white 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside, and a piece basic 5 1/4 by 4 for the outside. I have a strip that's roughly 1 by 3 of basic white for the sentiment. Evening evergreen 2 1/4 by 4 1/2 ish. Piece of rose gold metallic specialty paper 3 by 6. And then I also, which I don't have, so let me just show you. I have a small piece of the gold as well to do the inside of the flowers. So let me just show you what I did. So I've layered the stitched or the pierced blooms dies to make the flowers. I did something funky with the ribbon, and I'll show you that. There's 4 inches of polished pink ribbon. There's a piece of the soft succulent designer paper in the back, and then on the inside I put a cute little flower as well, and then I put another one on the front. So very little stamping in this. So presto digito, I've done most of the die cutting already because I didn't think you needed to sit through that because you know how to die cut. So I have the inside and the envelope flowers and the little pieces that go in there, and then a piece of leaves and twine for the inside. And then for the front, have that, the big flower is going to be layered with the medium flower, and then the medium flower is going to be layered with this one. And then I have the centers, and then I die cut the bow out as well. Now these are all in the stitched or the pierced blooms dies. I keep wanting to call them stitched blooms, but it's the pierced blooms dies. So big flower, medium flower. The stems, there's one that goes this way and there's one that goes that way, and I'm using the one that goes this way. And then there's the centers here and a couple of leaves. Now there's round leaves and long thin leaves, and I used a long thin one. And there's the bow. So that's all done. I don't have to do that. But I will show you, oops, let's get all my pieces. I also die cut 2 long thin stems, and I don't know where my other one is. Well, there it is. Don't want to lose those. Those are important. Okay, so the Stitched Greenery die is one big, huge die. like that. And I like it because it's big and it's bigger than what you need, so you don't really have to worry about where to put your paper when you put it in your die cutting machine. So I'm just going to run that through my machine, and we'll, if I can get it to sit down there. There we go. And we'll make that all the background pierced stitching. Oh, look. Ah, there we go. Isn't this the coolest thing? Look at that. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to do the envelope too, and I'll show you what the envelope looks like. And the die is big enough, the die is big enough to put the whole envelope through too. Now you can't do just the front, it does the back as well, but that's okay. I like, see, it does the whole envelope at once. So we'll just peel that off of there, and I'll put this away so I don't lose it. Now, there's the back of the envelope. So you just have to kind of pull it apart, because with the stitching lines, it does kind of glue it together. But there you go. Isn't that neat? I love that. Love, love, love it. Okay, let's put all these pieces to the side, and we'll put our front on the card. Yeah, I was a little upset when I went to to upload my video to YouTube, and it was not there. And of course, I'm running around because I did it just before dinner time. And I had to take dinner out to a friend. Oh, what I did not recut myself, though, is the designer paper. And I bet I'm out of it now. Oh, well. I'll just put that on there. Yeah, so I had to go and whip dinner out to a friend. And so I couldn't just redo my video because I told her I was going to be there time for her dinner at 5:30. There we are. There's that. Now, I'm going to take my thin stems, and we'll put some glue dots on there, maybe, if the glue works. Yeah, watch. This is not going to work now. Oh my good Lord. What next? Come on. Okay, let's see if this, oops, that's the right side. Don't want it on the right side. And on the wrong side. I'm afraid that this is going to glop out. So let me pull. I keep a pin handy just for that job. There we go. I'm just going to put some little dots of glue on them and get them ready to put onto the card. There we go. Okay, so let's assemble our flowers. So the first one is the big one. Now I like to take my bone folder and just curl the petals a bit, just because it gives them a bit of life. Otherwise they just kind of sit there. I like them having a little bit of lift on the front of the card. Okay, so now this one is solid. The petals aren't separated, so I'm just going to slice the petals down to the center, because I tried giving these a little bit of lift, and because they're all separated, it didn't work very well. So now this allows me to do that. Just have to be careful that you don't get too carried away. So that one layers there, and uh-oh, where's my scissors to separate these dudes? Okay, get a couple of glue dots on here. We'll just layer that on there like that. And I'll do the same with this one. Just layer that on there. Now, where are the rest of my centers? I've got one of each color here. Where's the other one? Oh, there it is. Okay, so now the gold, these are gold, and I'm just going to put a glue dot on those and put them right in the center of each of the rose gold flowers. Just like that. Oh. Having issues. Uh-oh, my phone is ringing. Okay, that's okay. I'm not answering it. Hubby's home. He can answer it. Here we go. Okay, so now I'm going to take one, put it there. Let's just move that down just a tad. And then we'll take the other one and we'll put it there. Okay, that's not in the right spot. Just got to lift that up again. Had it laying too sideways, if that makes sense. That's better. There we go. So now we'll take some glue dots and we'll put flower heads on. I'm going to put a couple of dots on each one. Right over top of the end of the stem like that. There. This one can go right here. Like that. And leaves. Thank goodness for glue dots. I don't know what I'd do without them. I use them a lot. There we go. Okay, now the ribbon. Oh, let me show you what I'm doing to the ribbon. I'm going to put a glue dot somewhere in the middle and then fold it over and make sure it's at an angle so it's spread out a bit like that. Now I'm going to take my ribbon scissors and I'm going to cut up beside the edge stripe there on both pieces. So what this does is it just gives you a little bit more whimsical ribbon. And you don't have to do this part if you don't like it, but I like showing you options. Now you can remove that centerpiece if you want, and I'll show you the difference in a sec because I removed it. It's not behaving. I removed it on my first one I did, so I can show you the difference. Come on. Good Lord. I think I was scissor challenge. There we go. So see, that gives it a little bit more whimsicalness. And then just take another glue dot, put it on the end again. And then just put that right on there like that. Okay, so I'll show you the difference. So this one, I removed the piece out of the center, so it's just the dark parts. And this one, the centerpiece is still there. So that's the difference. Not much, but it's subtle. and sometimes subtle is good. Okay, I just have to remove some pieces here. I find another glue dot for the bow. See the bow? So I'm going to put the glue dot on, but I'm not going to put it on yet, onto my card yet, because I have to put the sentiment on. So just stick that like that. But I'm done. Oh no, I'm not done with the glue dots yet. I was going to put them away, but I am not going to put them away. Okay, sentiment. I'm going to stamp. This is Happy Birthday from Sweet as a Peach. I really love the font in that. And I'm using Evening Evergreen ink. Ink it up good. And I'm going to put it on. I'm going to hold it there because it's photopolymer. So you need to give it a chance for the ink to transfer off of the stamp and onto your cardstock. Look at that. It is so crisp and so clear, which is amazing for a photopolymer stamp. Look at that. Oh, I love it. Okay, just want to make sure it's dry before I go putting the dye on top of it. And the dye just fits, so you kind of have to play with it and hope that you get it in the right spot. And because I don't want it to move, just use a little bit of Post-it note tape there to hold it in place while I die cut it out. Okay, we'll just pop that off. Take off the Post-it note parts. And there, look at that. Awesome. Okay, so I want to put this somewhere around there, but then the bow's going to go on top. So I have to kind of play with it. I can get the bow up that far, so maybe I need to put it down a bit. Let's just get some dimensionals on the back. And I'm just going to put them on the end and in the middle because this is going to be over top of the ribbon. So I don't want to have to worry about where that's going to go. Right about there, I think. Okay, let's see. No, see that's all covered up by the bow. I'll have to move it down. There. There. So I'm just going to push the bow down and we'll get this on there. Slide it underneath the tail of the bow like that. Right? And I'm going to put it right along the edge of that card like that. There we go. Now, there's still some room there, so I'm going to take a mini dimensional and I'm going to slide it underneath there because I don't want that to collapse on me. There we go. There. Isn't that pretty? I love this paper. Now, one thing about this paper, I do have to tell you, it has a really thick plastic backing on it. So let me get a piece so I can show you. And it does not cut out intricate dies really well. I tried to do the fish from Seascape. Yeah, it wouldn't work. So now I'm just kind of curious to see if, see, you can take this off. You can tear off that plastic backing. And you can cut it now with any die, but it's going to be really floppy. So then you would have to put it onto, like you couldn't use it for flowers because they wouldn't stand up. But if you're trying to do a die cut that's intricate, that would work. Interesting. I'm going to put that to the side and I'm going to try something later when I'm done. Okay, inside. So there's what the inside looks like. Remove my stamp pad so I don't get ink on the back of my card. And I'm just going to put some Tombow on the leaves. Except the Tombow's not coming out. Come on. Hang on. Sometimes you just gotta take it over top of your garbage can and give it a good squirt. And we'll take the little flower, put a glue dot on it, or maybe two, and go right over top of that leaf. You won't even know it's there. Take one of the rose gold centers, put it right in the center there. And there's the inside. We'll get that in the card. Keeping an eye on the time because I have to go live in a little bit. Okay, get this into the inside of the card. That is so cute. I love these pierced bloom dies. They're fun. And there's so many pieces to it. How many is there in that die set? There's 25 dies. So that's kind of cool. Okay, envelope. And we'll put some Tombow. Oh, no, I don't want to use, I was going to use Tombow, but I don't want to because it will squish through those stitch marks. And then we'll have issues with the glue going through. Oh, don't have my mat out here. I need my, what you call them, mat. There we go. I could use glue dots on this, but I kind of want to have more glue on each petal than just a glue dot. Okay, some in the middle. Maybe, if I'm lucky. Okay, it's not happening. Let's just put a glue dot there. Oh, and it didn't stick. There we go. Now we'll just put that flower right there. And then I have one more center left. Put a glue dot on it and get it right in the center of that flower on the envelope. There we go. Now we have a pretty envelope and a pretty card to go with it. There we go. So thank you very much for spending time with me in my craft room today. I appreciate you taking time out of your day. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and Stampin' Smiles, and bye for now.